Are you ready?
Yeah, I was born ready, B. Come on, man. Queens in the building. Far Rock. I'm on Track Star. This is crazy.
Before we start with the music, introduce yourself.
Oh, hi. My name is MC Serch, third base in the building.
What's poppin'?
Everything. I'm outside. I'm alive. I am grateful, not hateful. You heard? I got a lot popping and a lot of good things. Most importantly, third base back on the road. Can you name one third base record?
Brooklyn, Queens.
That's fine. That's a good one. I'm glad you like that.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
I was just watching that music video. It's like a time, and by the way, it looks amazing. Like it's on YouTube, and it looks like perfect.
Yeah. When we did that video and we did Gas Face and all of that, it was a tribute to the 5 boroughs. It was a tribute to New York. It was a tribute to the music we came up with.
You were wearing a Yankees hat, but
Wow.
are you from Queens, though?
I can't believe you called me out on that. Ladies, he called me out on that. It's crazy.
Crazy.
That video was really just politically incorrect with the racial stereotypes and all of that. But yo, my partner to this day, 38 years, the best of the Brooklyn Queen, Chantel Barron, in the video.
Is that how you met?
No, we met before that in the club scene in New York City. March 18, 1988. Day I'll never forget.
All right, we're off to a good start here.
I think so.
I feel like we got to do a little old school.
You can do whatever you want.
Okay, name the artist, win $5.
Try to answer to the master or the MC rap goddess. No joke on the lyric. Sorry to be modest.
It's Eric and Parrish Making Dollars, also known as EPMD.
Is EPMD a good place to start?
In a lot of places. It's Long Island. I'm from a part of Long Island. Queens is part of that part. Raised my children in the 5 towns.
Yeah.
Spent time in Long Beach. Rest in peace, MF Doom. Rest in peace, Sub Rock. It's how we living on the island? Strong. I think this is Nasir Jones, a.k.a. Nas. It ain't hard to tell.
Is that the best hip-hop album of all time?
I think there is no question. I think that when you see something that has been reprinted 30 times, when you see something that's taught at Oxford University, where I just lectured, mic drop. Yeah, I mean, not only the cadence, but he knew exactly what he wanted. That's how much smoke we bring to the table. 5-0 said freeze. We said not today. We're on fire. We're on fire. He don't want this smoke. He don't want this smoke, baby.
Tell me about Nas.
I mean, it was a blessing. It was a blessing that Stretch Armstrong brought him back to the Grill Again recording session. We had an amazing conversation. He sat down. He said, they gave me a contract. My lawyer's telling me to sign it. I don't know. I feel kind of weird about it. Would you look at it? And I said, no, I can't, because that would be what's called tortious interference. But
yeah.
If you want me to help you, I'll bring you a simple production agreement. I'll protect you. I'll make sure no one hurts you. And the next day, he came back. He signed the Searchlight, and Illmatic was made.
What year are we talking about?
1993.
The rest is history.
The rest is history and herstory. Rest in peace, Guru. My man Premier. Take it personal, gangster.
Never thought that you would grab me, undermine me,
and backstab me.
But I can see clearly now the
realm is gone.
The pain is gone.
But it's still wrong.
That's Gangstar.
What does that mean to you?
The beat stands out to me. It sounds classic. So then I researched doing this show, and I learned about DJ Premier. And I learned about what he means as a producer. And you realize that his signature has now influenced so many of the greats.
It's also what he means. I'm telling you, when we're on fire, you don't want the smoke.
There's actually something going down right now.
At the end of the day, like, what really impresses me about you is that you can stand in the smoke and understand I bring the fire and I'll be here till I expire. Last breath, nothing left. Let them go right, everything will stay left. Track Star is here. I'm about to jam death without a death jam. Mic right hand, this left hand, pointing to this man. Let's go, name another jam.
I just read Mark Ronson has a book. He looked up to Stretch Armstrong and Bobbito and those guys. And so that's like my closest reference point right now is like thinking about and listening, what was he playing in the club? A lot of it is that it's like trickled down through those people's influences. I'm the next generation. I grew up with like 50 Cent, later Jay, Nas. It's like that kind of stuff.
I think for me, what I love about Premier is all the groups you mentioned. Yeah, he was a producer, but he was a human being first. he connected into something that was part of those artists' DNA, and he said, let me plug into that energy. And that's why those records feel as great as they do. And that's why even producers that, resonate, like Static Selector, Alchemist, like even to Conductor Williams now, and Larry June, like you see how human they connected to the basics of what they do on production.
All right, let's keep going.
Let's get in this corner, we have the funk body snatcher.
This is a young man, I believe, named Reggie Noble. Time for some action. Sampled the great Cypress Hill and DJ Muggs, who started with a group called 783 out of Los Angeles. What's interesting about that record, and sampling Time for some action, and Reggie and Redman, was that was really one of the first times that there was like this legitimate recognition in a sample for a West Coast record that popped at that level, like got you like this hyped in the club.
Yeah.
Like I remember that being like, oh, yeah, Cypress is official like a ref with a whistle. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just such a great moment for like those guys. And we took Cypress on their first tour, Third Base, the Pop Goes the Weasel tour. So we got to see that growth. We got to see how Cypress went from pigs to how I Could Just Kill a Man, and the audience changed, and the energy changed, and to some extent hip hop as a genre changed, because it got crossover, it got like alternative, it got kind of metal, but it didn't go guitar-y metal. It gave you metal, it gave you that testosterone, creatine metal. And that was the best part of like watching that as an artist too, and being on stage and sharing stages with them.
Later on, you played at Woodstock 99, right?
Yeah.
Wait, that just came up. Like, I thought of that because you were saying the crossover between metal and hip hop. Mm-hmm. A lot of that energy, when I think about Woodstock 99, I think about the DMXs, but also like the Limp Bizkit kind of like hardcore stuff mixing together. What was that like?
So the funny thing was, we were like one of the first, if not the first group, one of the first groups to perform at Woodstock. That was Thursday.
Yeah.
We literally set an alarm, and you just see a wave of people running to the stage. And we start playing Eric B. Rakim, I Ain't No Joke, and it's thumping. But the promoters of Woodstock didn't really realize how significant we were as a group, because we had been disbanded for more than 6 years.
Yeah.
By the time we got back to the mobile homes where they had us, they were like, yo, yeah, we need you to stay for the whole weekend. And we're like, yeah, fuck you, man, we out of here. Yo, they paid us $1,000. We split $333 each. I still got the check, because the check's more valuable than the dough. Different kind of currency. Your uncle might have played this song at bar mitzvahs or anniversaries. This is a young man named Peter Gabriel.
Isn't this the same? Isn't this his little sample?
Yeah. Pop goes the one and the weasel. I see the empty pocket needs a refill.
You thought I didn't know?
No, I definitely knew you knew. This one for me and my DJ. Rest in peace, Biz Markie. Love you, Cool V. Roxanne shots. MC Lyte. You thought I was gonna fuck up. You thought I was gonna fuck up.
MC Lyte.
Of course.
Legend.
Not only a legend, but was one of the sweetest human beings ever. And here's a little bit of hip hop trivia for you. I'm in the Light as the Rock video. I was told to play workout guy from the gym. That was my role. You heard me? Facts, right? That part. Yeah, I need to slow down. I'm a little too hype. I just, brand Nubian told me to, hey, baby, your hips get big. Now you getting good, you don't care about your weight. Now we really gotta pay my sneakers. What do we have to hit the behind my sneakers? Great choice.
Take me back. How did you get into hip hop? Where did it start for you?
Bootleg basement tapes of a group out of Brooklyn called the Kango Crew. The tapes were so bad, by the time they got to me, it sounded like the teacher from the Peanuts. But we would sit at the radio and be like, wait, rewind that, what'd he say? And then I go to Music and Art High School. I go downstairs to the lunchroom, and they had like seniors that introduced the freshmen. I'm seeing a whole bunch of kids rhyming, and there's 4 kids with Kangos, matching Latigra shirts, matching Lees, and they're doing Hillbilly Girl, the thing that I listen to like Miss the teacher from the Peanuts. I say to my man Steve Bosco, rest in peace, and I said, yo, I'm trying to impress him. Yo, they doing the Kango Crew. He said, motherfucker, that is the Kango Crew. Lance, Omega, a kid named Dana Dane, who became Cinderfella Dana Dane, Ricky D, who became Slick Rick, Lottie Dottie. I knew all the words to that before that record ever touched a piece of vinyl. But that was me. That was my introduction to rap, not hip hop, rap.
It's the beginning.
Yeah.
Dan.
The beginning, the
We're talking
very
about brand
beginning.
Nubians. It's
It's
still
not even brand
new.
Nubians. How about this? It's Cracked Out before Cracked Out that you heard Brand Nubian did. Hey, baby, you look sweet. I mean, it's that. It's Masters of Ceremony when vinyl really meant something. We knew what we knew was good is if my man saw me in the Bronx and my man heard in Coney Island 2 days later that I tore that bitch down. If he didn't hear nothing in 2 days, I was whack. But that's the beauty, bro. That's the smoke. I'm telling you, I'm murdering them, my guy. So I can either get with this, or you can get with that, or you can get with this. It's a group called Black Sheep, Mr. Long, and then his name is Drez. They did things together, and then they said Perez. So after we did DJ Cassidy, shout out to Cassidy, I love you. The very first artist to call me was Drez, and he said exactly this verbatim. Me and Long got back together. If you and Pete can do it, so can we. Crazy, right? Crazy. It took a lot of both me and Pete to say, yo, we got to do it for the fans, because the craziest shit, bro, is when a guy my age, I tell him we're back on the road and he starts to look like you. No wrinkles in his face. He's just, ah!
P.S.K. we're making that green. People always say, what the hell is that mean? People the
Yo,
people who can't understand.
let's get it out of Philly.
Boy became a man.
Schoolie D.
Who's Schoolie D?
So back before there was even an idea of what gangster rap was,
Yeah.
certain MCs would represent their crews
Yeah.
and let people know, hey, this is where we're from, this is who we are. Schoolie D was a kid who was part of a crew called P.S.K, Parkside Killers, and that was a record to defend his territory. And that record literally jumped off the vinyl. I was in the Latin Quarter, and he threw that on, and the crowd lost their minds, and you knew it was real because the girls started taking off their jewelry and putting it in their purse. Seriously, though, and I'd say this with love, rap music, attending concerts was extremely dangerous. There was a period of time in New York where it was so dangerous, the only clubs you could go to were after midnight. Lady B, I love you, Lady B, Philly, stand up. Because nowhere in New York or New Jersey they would even play rap music. And that record would come on, and even in Philly, they wouldn't fight. I remember Chuck D told me this. He was like, yo, the only way New York survives hip-hop in the 80s is to understand what they're doing right in Philly in the 80s. He was such a leader. Like, that's what I carry now with working with artists like Bodie James, Nisha Nashe, what my man Cedric does with Rob 49, biggest artist in the world. What the hell? But that energy, that's what Cedric does at Hands Up. That's what we bring to the table every time is this. Like, I know where it comes from. I was there to watch it grow so that you could have it now.
Yeah.
This could be stress, kill, destroy, stress, kill, destroy. And now I know it's not the Beatles. And that's a group called Organized Confusion. Queen, stand up, get the money. We got Pharoah Monch, Prince, Poetry, and a young MC by the name of OC who did Fudge Pudge and then came out and did Time's Up. That record, like seriously, Organized Confusion, they are the underappreciated greatest groups that emanated lyricism, beats, production, performance. You saw what Monch did later. You saw what Poe did later as a producer. You know what OC did if you real. And they're queens to the thoroughbred. So that's what it felt like to be on the A train, to go from Mott Avenue to 125th Street to go to Music and Art High School. Crazy. Well played, sir. Yeah. It's called Poor Righteous Teachers from Trenton, New Jersey. Because what Trenton makes the world takes. Rock this funky joint.
Wait a sec, the teacher's got to check the intellect, but some stepped in, didn't give you it, but give you what? The breather or the chief I often come to taste it tough, but must not be just enough to manifest.
You can dance, feel good, just wave. How you, neighbor? How you, neighbor? Besides Poor Righteous Teachers being a teaching, Poor Righteous Teachers really embodied a saying and a statement. And it was important beyond the fact that their records just made you move. They were giving you a guideline and a roadmap to see miseducation, mistreatment, misjustice, inequality for both females and men of color, of any color. And they were giving you a roadmap while you doing Rock This Funky Joint. That's it?
And we're going to make a donation too.
So we're going to make 2 donations. One to Rock and Wrap It Up, which goes behind concerts and collects the leftover catering. We do 100 million plates a year around the world. And the other one is Playing for Change, where we build schools of infrastructure. We have 28 schools right now, and more to come. So thank you for that.
When are we doing the next one?
Yo, bro, I will fly in. You tell me the date, I'll fly in. Stop it. I got to catch a blade. You know what it is?
Legend.
No, bro, you're about to be a legend. You keep this up, you're about to fucking change the game. That's on everything I love.
Appreciate you.
Man, for real. Everything I love. Holy